Dobro večer, dobrodošli na večerašnje predavanje, večerašnji event direktno iz... Odakle, Gorane? Iz Štokholma.
Dobro večer svima. To je događaj koji organizuje kompanija Zinzino, dešava se iz Vasione, a prenosi se u ceo svet. U ceo svet se prenose u različitim vremenskim zonama, prenosi se ovaj događaj koji ćemo mi prenositi, pokušati da prevedemo, da približimo svakome da razume. Recite mi kako nas čujete. Da li nas dobro čujete? Još neko da kaže?
Ja, dobro.
Čujem.
Ok. Svetlana, probaj ti kako tebe čuju.
Ja, evo, tebe sada dobro čujem. Nadam se da i mene čujete dobro.
Sve je odlično.
Ok.
Nekako da je obično.
Sad ću da vam pojačam malo muziku, a onda ćemo da stišamo.
Ove scene koje gledate sada su otprilike sa nekih događaja koji su se dešavali ranije. Ovo je Vibeke par, a u stvari meni na kompjuteru malo brže ide nego vama. Sad će biti Jan Struhar na bini. Ovo je Vibeke par.
Evo
i Jana Struhara.
Tomas.
Ja pratim na dva ekrana, meni je malo brži ekran ovde, direktni link, tako da ću ja unapred videti šta dolazi.
Aha.
Što je dobro.
Baš si mudar, bravo.
Prevode, da. Iskustvo skupljeno godinama.
Baš. Cheryl smo videli kineskim malo pre.
Jeste,
to je
gospođa za 17 meseci.
17 meseci, postala direktor. Postala prezident.
Da. Prezident za 17 meseci, to je uradila i Rija Kamreć kao prvi prezident za 2,5 godine. Što znači može i brže.
Wow, kakva lepota. Ej, sva sam se naježila kao da sam tamo, čovječe. Prelepa.
Odlično. Ovdje mi se neki javljaju, Svetlana, koji ne mogu da se uključe na tvoj Zoom, ne znam zašto, poslaću ponovo link.
Ako traži, napiši password da je jedan, mada ne bi trebalo
da traži.
Jesam i to,
pa nije uspjelo ni s passwordom, ne znam u čemu je stvar, poslaću ponovo.
Welcome to the Run International event. Straight here from Zinzino headquarters.
Dobrodošli na događaj. Pojačaj malo zvuk, Svetlana.
And I am Camilla, and we
Javljaju
are
se iz
honored to
Gothenburga
host
i
you through
Švedske.
an amazing program as we start our run towards our international annual event in October in Norway. Throughout today, you're going to meet some of the people that work here at the office. You can be a part of different competitions and win prizes or products, or actually event tickets to the international annual event. I'm so excited, and we're going to get started right away. During this event, you will find this box. Count them and write the right answer in the chat when the question pops up, and you can be the lucky winner.
Evo nagrada.
Listen to this.
Kaže da kad izađe pitanje,
to the international
da
annual
se
event,
odgovori,
including hotel stays, VIP treatment, and what about that? That's crazy, Camilla, because usually you need to be a royal crown to get that kind of treatment at the annual event. So pay attention so that you get this campaign for sure. Inspire change is what leadership is all about. Take a look at this.
Inspiracija je ono što predstavlja lidera. On je tu da inspiriše.
We've all heard it.
Everything rises and falls on
On
leadership.
zna put, pokazuje put i živi taj put.
A leader knows the way,
Njegovi
shows the
koraci,
way,
njegove
and goes the
stope
way.
izgrađuju put, pomaže drugima da pronađu svoj put. Meni jako loše zvuk, sad to jedva čujem i prekidam na internetu. Jako slabo čujem, moraš da im pojačaš nečem.
And because of that, the impossible becomes possible.
Nemoguće postaje moguće, svi mi imamo priču, može biti divna, može biti bolna, but maybe someday that can inspire, ali je ta priča koja nekoga može da inspiriše. Govori Natalie Tornlund.
My name is Natalie Törnlund. I live in Bergeforsen. It's a little town in the northern part of Sweden. I have been in Zinzino for 7.5 years now. And my story started in Medellin, Colombia. When I was almost 4 months old, I was adopted. Since I was a little girl, I have always wanted to help people, especially children that aren't as fortunate as I am. But as I grow up, the big dream became smaller. And when I was maybe 17, 18, the dream wasn't there anymore. And when I was 30 years old, I started with Zinzino. And at the beginning, I came into the company with no dreams. I was the one who said, no, I don't need anything. I'm so happy where I am. I was at events, I listened to the go-kart, and all the leaders, they talk about, what do you dream about? What is your why? Why do you do what you do? What is your purpose? And it took a while because I believe that when I started, I had a very low self-esteem. And when you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe that you are able to go for your dreams. And by joining Zinzino and having the people around me that I have had, I was so thankful for the team around me because from day one, they have believed in me so much more than I have ever believed in myself. One day, Zinzino also told us that we will have a director trip to Mexico. And I said to my husband that now is the time. We had lunch, me and my husband, and we talked a little bit about how would it be coming to the orphan. And I remember the feeling when I was in the taxi. Now is the real time. I am actually in a taxi going to exactly that orphan where I was as a baby. And the taxi drove, and he said something in Spanish to the guard, and the guard opened the gate, and we entered. The woman who was the founder, I do believe, but I heard her say something like Natalie, Ri, and I wrote back Rincon. And I turned the phone over to her, and she screamed like, I knew it! And I looked at my husband, my tear was falling from my face, and I saw that his eyes was also teary. The reality was even better than I had the gut to dream about. And today, I still have the dream to continue to contribute to the orphan and to the children in Colombia. But I come back with another dream as well. And that is to help so many people all over the world starting to dream again, and also help them to reach their dreams.
Pomognem da oni ostvare svoje snove. To je moj cilj sada.
Bravo, jako lepa stvar.
Da li me dovoljno dobro čujete ili da treba da vičem, pošto govorim normalno?
I think we need to go a little bit back before I signed up with Zinzino, because it basically started with that me and my wife was having a conversation. At that time we had 3 small kids, and her biggest dream in life was having the opportunity to continue staying home with the kids, so she don't need to put them into daycare. And I didn't have to look so much, because at that time one of my friends was already involved with Zinzino. When we are looking into the defining moments, then I have a special one in Zinzino, because in 2007 I joined the first trip with Zinzino. At that time, I think it was called Diamond Trip. Being on that trip with 35 other partners from Zinzino, together with the owners, I really figured out what kind of culture Zinzino was having and what it was that we were building. So when I came home from that trip, I just have a clear picture that I wanted to build. And then I start working on that. I have another situation in the company that has probably changed a lot for me, because in 2000, I think this was in beginning of 2017, I was really so eager to get something going a little bit faster. Then suddenly,
2017. godine sam poželeo da ide nešto malo brže u poslu.
Hey, I know a girl, she's living in Hungary.
I rekli su mi, poznam devojku, živi u Mađarskoj.
We decided, okay, let's have a talk on the phone.
I pozvao sam je na telefon, to je bila Rija Kambaš. Ovo govori Ibn Nilsen, čovjek koji je pozvao Riju Kambaš.
I was on the way to enter the plane.
Ušao je avion i otišao tamo. Kad je izašao iz aviona,
and I was the last one they have to push into the plane because they couldn't leave without me. So, but that conversation was so inspiring for me, because I was talking with a lady that's been in the industry for so many years. I've had so many great experiences in the industry.
njenim govorom, njenim iskustvom dugogodišnjim.
But I will also say that probably she was talking 85% of the time. I was just asking a few questions.
Ona je pričala veći deo vremena, a ja sam samo postavljao ponekad pitanja.
I don't need to say so much, but if I am asking
ne moraš mnogo ni da kažeš ako postaviš pravo pitanje.
Was she at the meeting when I came to the restaurant? And
I must say,
maybe I haven't done such a big impression on her, because
nisam ostavio veliki utisak na nju. Ko zna koga je očekivala.
I've never seen him. But anyway, me and Chris, we sat down and we had a good talk for an hour.
Ali sam seo sa Chrisom, njenim sinom, i pričali smo satima.
We had another couple of hours where we were just sitting and talking. And
pričali smo nekoliko sati dok ona je došla. Bilo je zabavno kako se sve okrenulo.
I also have friends who's talking all the time. Hey, they're doing brilliant. I know that I'm not talking all the time, but I'm a little bit more curious in the other person. That is working brilliant for me.
Njemu prija i odgovara da on manje priča i da više sluša o ljudima.
So to find time to do Zinzino, I need to skip some of that, and I decided to skip playing golf.
Morao sam nečega da se odreknem da bih radio bolje i brže Zinzino, morao sam da se odreknem svog golfa, to sam voleo da igram.
To pay the bills.
But we managed to do it all.
I mogli smo da plaćamo račune, da živimo normalno.
And both things is extremely important.
I agree about that, yes. And sometimes at the time when Ib started with Zinzino, he told me, and in the conversation, that for the next 2 or 3 months you won't see me so much.
Kada je počinjao da radi ozbiljno, znao da mi kaže, sada od danas me nećeš vidjeti 2-3 meseca jer ću biti poslovno zauzet. Meni to nije smetalo. To je bio Ibn Nilsen.
Dotter är i Ukraina. Och så får hon nog mer eller mindre besked om att
Čerka je bila u Ukrajini i dala je neku poruku.
Hon får besked.
Počeo sam uspešnu kliniku, ljudi su dolazili želeli su da me vide, da me upoznaju, bila sam zauzeta, uživala sam u 66.000 pratilaca na Instagramu. Ali sve se promenilo 22. godine.
It was first time in my life when I
Dr. Maja
decided to go for a trip alone without my family. And one time in the
krenuo je na
morning we
put
wake up
bez svoje porodice.
and we hear the news
Čuli smo
that the
vest,
war started in Kyiv.
čuli smo da je rat počeo u
Come
Kijevu.
on, what can I do? My daughter there, my family there, everybody there. Where am I? Tried to find a ticket, airport doesn't work.
Našla sam kartu za avion i tamo su bili svi moji.
I received a call from my friends and they
Dobio
told me,
sam
Maja,
poziv
we
od
have a
prijatelja.
car, 2 places we can take your mom and your daughter.
Imamo
You
2
have
mesta gde
15
možemo
minutes.
da spakujemo tvoju mamu i
Take
ne
all
znam
the
još
things you
koga.
need, 2 places in the car, and we
2
go
mesta
to
u
the
kolima.
port. I called to my mom and say, Mom, you have 15 minutes.
Zvala sam majku i rekla joj imaš 15 minuta da se spremiš.
Medicine, nothing else.
Ponesi samo dokumenta.
It's very dangerous. I cannot do anything.
Vrlo je opasno, moraš odmah da kreneš.
When I knew that they're in the car and they needed 2 days to pass this road,
Trebalo im je 2 dana da stignu.
In that period, it was so crazy
Bilo je
situation.
vrlo luda situacija.
And I was thinking, I was crying. So in that
Brinula
period,
sam, plakala sam.
your phone, and you start to think,
Počela sam da
who can
razmišljam.
help you right now?
Mogu da ti pomognem
I
upravo
was very
sada.
lucky because
Bila
in
sam
my
vrlo srećna.
phone, the telephone of Victor, my Zinzino partner, he helped me, you know, and in that period I
Zvala sam
realized
tog
that
mog Zinzino partnera u Ukrajini koji mi je pomogao da pošalje i spasi moju majku iz tog
you
rata.
always will find help in any situation.
Jer uvek pomažemo jedni druge u svakoj
A lot of
situaciji.
people in the other part of boat. We were staying, we was waiting on the boat, darkness, some lights. You stay in the nowhere, in the middle of the boat, a lot of people screaming, crying, noise place, and you focused only to see the eyes of your daughter, nothing else.
Stajala je na granici, čekala je u mraku, gledala je, iskoncentrisala se u onoj buci i povicima da vidi oči svoje ćerke i majke.
It's to find myself. For example, I know for sure what I never want to do. I don't want to have regular job, schedule.
Ja sam sebe pronašla, znam šta ne želim regularan posao, ne želim raspored svakodnevni.
And in my case, I was very happy and I was very lucky
Bila sam vrlo srećna
my
i
job and always my thoughts and only my knowledge, everything about medicine. And because
što je našla ovaj posao,
too much about health, too much about people, I say, it's time. It's time to make this kind of business is like priority in my mind. And in that period when
pomislila sam da je ovaj način poslovanja i ovaj posao prioritet u
you go
mom
to
životu.
one company, have schedule, you will do what you don't like.
Kad radiš negde za stalno i imaš raspored, ti radiš ono što ne voliš.
Some people cannot accept they can be successful. They say,
Neki ljudi ne mogu da prihvate da mogu da budu uspešni.
But I want to show other people that everything is possible.
Ali sam želeo da pokažem drugim ljudima da je sve moguće.
It depends who you are and how much power inside you have.
Zavisi ko si i koliko snage imaš u
I
sebi.
realized that the Zinzino project is the best for me because I will not
Zinzino
push
projekat
myself.
je najbolji za
What
mene,
I don't like. This is what I like.
jer ne radim ono
This
što
is
ne volim.
what I used to do. And when I see all these happy people around me,
Kad vidim oko sebe sve te srećne ljude i pozitivne ljude
I like the Zinzino family too much. Because
i
when you see
doživljavam ih kao svoju porodicu, kao Zinzino porodicu.
who has the dreams and they can make the dreams as true, it's
I to
excellent
su ljudi koji imaju snove i koji ih čine da se ispune.
to be alive. And when you lost something, it's nothing. Because if you have a power inside you, you
Jer
can
ako
create
izgubiš
in your life.
nešto a imaš snagu u sebi, onda to možeš da nadoknadiš. Evo je sa ćerkom koju je dovela njena majka uz pomoć Zinzino partnera.
Incredible nuggets. They
I
really
inspirišuće
capture the
priče
essence
slušamo.
of the topic this quarter. Inspire change is what leadership is all about.
Inspire change, inspiriši promenu je ono o čemu se ovde radi. Nalazimo se sad ovde sa Wolf u support timu Zinzina i vidite ovde zastavice, a Katrin Lenep je šef ovog odeljenja. Ona je šef odeljenja suporta i vidite zastavice koje govore, koje jezike govore. Pokazuje koliko različitih jezika govore ovi koji tu rade. Ja govorim dovoljno jezika da mogu svima da pomognem, uvek ćemo naći neki zajednički.
Doing here now? Yeah, actually you see the day in action. So we are working.
Vidite naš radni dan, vidite kako to izgleda, tu primamo pozive, e-mailove, chatove, sve se dešava ovde na različitim jezicima.
There's a lot of activity here.
Ima mnogo aktivnosti ovde, Karla Wolf kaže.
What are the things on your screen that we're looking at?
Šta trenutno gledaš na svom ekranu, pita Karla Wolf.
Moment, the answering time. How fast we answer, what emails,
ja ovde pratim brzinu odgovora, pratim količinu pitanja, pratim statistiku u našem poslu.
Answering the questions? It's amazing. So keep it coming. Just ask the questions.
Slobodno postavljajte pitanja, mi ćemo na njih da odgovaramo dovoljno brzo. Srećni smo sa našim support timom. I mnogo hvala svima, posebno tebi. Da li je sad bolje?
Thank you so much, Katrin and Carla. I'm now in my quiz corner and I'm ready for the first
Sada sam spremna da postavim prvo pitanje.
To the right of the stream and click join event. You're now in the chat so you can communicate with your fellow
partners. Sada ste se uključili i registrovali, sad ste u chatu.
And you are now in quiz and you can answer directly when you see the question pops up on the screen.
Odgovorite direktno u chatu iz svog maila kada vidite pitanje.
How many languages do we represent at our support department?
Koliko jezika govore naši support saradnici, na koliko jezika odgovaramo ljudima? To je pitanje na koje možete da odgovorite i ako je tačan odgovor dobijete nagradu. Ja ne znam tačan odgovor. 15 sekundi do isteka, ovo su ljudi koji su, ovde su jezici sa desne strane. Ajde 16, koliko ja mogu izbrojiti, meni je ovo sitno.
Big congratulations to the winner and now back to you, Carla.
Čestitamo dobitnicima, sada se vraćamo, Karla, tebi.
Inspiring change in life, including my own. Dave and Shan Ives.
Dan and Shane Ives govore sada, to su ljudi koje smo slušali pre neki dan na Zoomu, iz Engleske dolaze.
Powerful question. Hi, I'm Shan Ives and I'm an ambassador for Zinzino.
Hi, I'm Dave Ives and I'm an ambassador with Zinzino.
Ambassador Dave Ives.
In this direct sales business about 30 years ago. Fell in love with it.
Pre 30 godina sam se zaljubio u ovakav posao. Posao direktne prodaje.
But I saw people living lifestyles and having choices that my family had never shown me a way of doing.
Gledao sam ljude koji imaju tako dobre izbore i dobar način života, ja to u svojoj porodici nisam mogao da naučim. Njeni roditelji su imali bar, navikla je da radi, navikla je da bude samostalna.
Was fun, but I knew there was something, so that there was
Bilo je zabavno, ali sam znala da nešto tu nije u redu.
Leadership as an individual, I think you need to learn.
Da bi bio lider, to je nešto što moraš da naučiš.
You need to step up. With me, I
moraš da iskoračiš ispred.
And it's the same for me. Some people shy away. I'm not a leader.
Neki ljudi su stidljivi i jednostavno nisu lideri.
You lead your children every single
Ti
day.
vodiš svoju decu svakoga dana, znači da si već lider.
We're leading them to school.
Vodiš ih u školu ako ništa drugo.
Please eat your fruit and vegetables. And there's a power within
Ubeđuješ ih da treba da jedu povrće, učiš ih.
And starting from the beginning. That's a huge question. Powerful question. I would have acted quicker, had more belief and more confidence.
Kada bih sada ponovo počinjala, bila bih mnogo brža, bila bih hrabrija, bila bih samopouzdanija. Sada s ovim znanjem mi je lako da to kažem.
You do it faster.
Yeah, much faster.
And Shan mentioned it, right? It's the belief. Do you believe it's there?
Poverenje i vera u sebe, to je ono što je Shan sada rekla, kaže Dave.
And the reason why most don't go fast is not the belief in the business, the belief in the company, or what we do. It's about the belief whether they can make it happen for them.
Jer brzina nije nepoverenje u kompaniju, već nepoverenje u sebe. To je ono što sprečava da se bude od početka odlučan i brz u poslu. Svi smo ovde za sebe došli, posebno. I živimo svaki dan, imamo svoju svrhu, imamo svoje snove. Moja majka me nikada nije vodila na odmor. Jedan od naših snova je da imamo fondaciju. Da dovedemo samohrane roditelje sa decom i da im pomažemo u finansiranju. Da pomažemo ljudima za njihovo zdravlje, da im pomažemo za njihove financije. Kada imaš goruću želju da se stvari dešavaju i da ideš napred.
And that's, you know, on that
Malo se raznežila Shan.
When it goes from here to here, every day we don't operate from here, every day we operate from here.
Svakog dana mi operišemo na liniji srce-glava.
You could that day with the heart, then you can go to bed with peace. Because tomorrow's coming.
Jer ako danas ceo dan radiš svojim srcem, onda uveče možeš da odeš na spavanje s mirom. Možeš biti zadovoljan.
Dave, we truly appreciate everything you do for the company.
Cenimo i hvala vam, Dave i Shane, sve što radite za našu kompaniju.
Yeah, he started as a consultant in 2011 and became
On je
CEO
počeo
in
2011.
He's taken this company from 40 employees to over 200 and has taken the revenue from 10 million euro to over 143 million euro. And yet, he says, this is just the beginning, so the best is yet to come.
Najbolje tek dolazi.
So as well. Please welcome our CEO, Dag Pettersen.
Pozdravimo CEO Dag Pettersena.
Hilde and Örjan had invited me to look at the opening day of their International Leadership School in Oslo.
Pozvali su me na njihovu školu u Oslu 2011. godine Hilde i Örjan. Tu sam slušao o dugoročnoj strategiji za Zinzino. Dobio sam jako dobar osjećaj šta je Zinzino.
I was introduced to lots of people. I was meeting Pernille and Peter Sternsen for the first time. Olav Nenset was there.
Svima onima koji su već bili tu uspešni.
It was a nice and good atmosphere with
bila je dobra
music
atmosfera,
like it is at
muzika
events.
Osme
I
si,
came to the venue with an
igrali
open
smo.
mind and was watching it from the back of the room. Took some
Ja sam to
notes,
gledao
but
onako
mostly
oprezno
and
iz
enjoying the
poslednjeg
people on
reda u
stage.
sali, posmatrao
Orion
sam
was
šta se
very
dešava.
powerful and good. With his
Orijan je
distinct
delovao
voice
vrlo
and way of
moćno
performing,
na bini.
the former CEO went on stage with a message and some leaders in the field as well. It was all good, but it was something missing. The
Bilo je sve u
crowd was
redu,
either hungry for food or missing the vision,
nešto je nedostajalo.
or they just lost track of the potential and the goals. Well, we went for a lunch and came back to the venue about an
Otišli
hour
smo
later.
gladni na neki ručak
It was finally Örjan's
sa
time to be
liderima.
on stage. And Örjan was hungry like a lion that finally
Vratili
broke
smo se
free from his prison. I
ponovo
knew he was good, but I
u
had not
salu.
really given it that much thought to what I was to expect from him on stage or what he was about to communicate.
Ali još
Örjan
uvijek ja
was
nisam
fired
dobro
up,
razumeo
or
šta
maybe even
on
a little
to
bit wired
komunicira.
up. He started kind of slowly to talk about the
Počeo
huge, how
polako da
huge Zinzino
priča
will be in the future.
o tome
The
šta ćemo mi
response was
biti u
maybe a little bit
budućnosti.
lame. Then he started in a well-known way of drawing lines and numbers on the whiteboard on
Onda
stage.
je počeo da crta na
Response was
bini,
still
na
not what he
tabli je
wanted. And he
crtao
almost spit out
linije i
more and
krugove,
higher numbers, like a kid that
pokazivao je
doesn't get
brojeve,
what attention he wanted. He was shouting out,
vikao je.
exponential growth! Drawing out some more numbers, jumping up and down on stage, and the numbers
Bio
were
je
impossible to
živaha
read
na
for everyone
bini,
in the audience.
iskakutao je,
The
skakao,
room was
govorio
slowly
glasno.
shifting from being
Polako
calm to
se
becoming more
u
enthusiastic.
sali od
Not because
mirnoće
he got
neke
his
posle
numbers
ručka
exercise or
podigla
understood the
atmosfera.
meaning of exponential growth, maybe,
O
but more
eksponencijalnom
because
rastu
he
je
was so
govorio,
enthusiastic and
bio je
believed so
pun
clearly in his
entuzijazma,
own vision and dream. It
verujući u svoje
ignited a
snove.
spark not only to everyone at the event,
On je to
but also
preneo
me.
ne samo na sve ljude u sali, već i na mene tada.
We are
Uspeo
living
da
in
me,
a special
da me
moment in
približi.
time. There are big changes going around in the world.
Velike promene se
I don't want to
dešavaju
talk
u
down on other
svetu.
companies in our industry,
Ne
but
želim da
some of
govorim
them
o
are
drugim
struggling right
kompanijama,
now.
ali neke
That's
iz ove
why
industrije
I'm going
se
to focus
muče,
on the
naprežu
great
se da
things
opstanu.
that we are doing, because
Ono što
I
mi radimo,
believe we got it right.
verujem da radimo
I want
kako
to
je
share
treba.
5 findings with you, deal breakers that define business success today, and where I think we are special
Otkrića
and what
šta je
we
to
are
potrebno da bi
extraordinarily
bio
good at.
uspešan posao
I
danas.
believe these 5 things are
Ovih
key
5
and the
stvari su
reason why
ključ
we
i
are now at
razlog
the level of success.
zašto smo mi na
Hilda
putu
and Örjan
uspeha
envisioned
sada.
it in the early days. We've done tremendously well over the past years, and I want us to keep up the momentum. So let's look at the optics.
Da pogledamo
I also
sada
want to put what we
o
do
čemu se
in
radi.
the bigger picture by keeping an eye on trends and statistics.
Da pogledamo
I've been
širu
presented with a
sliku
lot of good
posmatrajući
statistics lately,
statistiku.
and I brought with me some slides to you.
Doneo sam
I
neke
want you to think
slajdove
about
sa
this.
mnom,
Looking at these statistics
da
of listed
pogledate ove
companies between
statistike.
2009 and 2019, there were around 5,000 stock market companies during those 10 years in this study. How many had an average organic growth of more than 10% a year?
I koliko je njih koji su radili u ovoj
Only
industriji
6%.
imali
Like
rast
most
veći od
of the
10%.
reports, do they
Samo
have to back up
6%
their
kompanija
findings and
koje
studies
su radile
with
imale
lots
su
of
to.
data?
Svetlana, ali možda
So
skloniš
as
sa
you can see,
slike
13% are companies that have
Vlačić
combined
Predraga
organic
i
growth
njegovu
with
sliku koja mi
acquisitions and
zaklanja
mergers, like we have
deo
done.
ekrana.
Based
Ko
on
možeš,
my
ne znam odakle
estimate,
se
we
pojavio.
are in the exclusive 6% category.
Mi spadamo u tu kategoriju
The last 3 to 4 years,
uspešnih
you
koji
know
imaju
that we stayed
dvocifreni
on that
rast.
path without fail. But here's the beauty of it all. We have been growing 17 years in a row.
Mi 17
I
godina
believe
za
you picked
redom
the right company,
rastemo.
and I'm so glad you did.
Toliko mi je drago zbog
Most of the
toga.
things that I'm going to talk about today are from the past, but they're meant to be used now in the present.
Mnogi
When
stvari
you
o
meet a
kojima
prospect.
govorim
I want
su
this
iz
data to
prošlosti,
give
ali
you
se
even
primenjuju
more
danas.
validation, solid proof that Zinzino is doing the right thing.
To
This
potvrđuje
is
da
for
je
your
Zinzino
confidence and faith,
uradio pravu
and
stvar.
maybe even peace of mind. You will reach your high goals, and we will support you all the
Postići
way
ćete
to
svoje
your
velike
success.
ciljeve, a mi ćemo vas u tome
The
podržati
first thing I
celim
want to bring
putem.
up is the owner structure.
Struktura vlasništva je prvi razlog
We
zašto
have
smo
Hilda and Örjan
uspešni.
as the founders and the largest shareholders in Zinzino.
Imamo vlasnike, shareholdere.
Was crazy enough to sell off a house to buy their first shares. Then there is my nemesis when it comes to numbers of shares owned.
Prodali svoju kuću da bi kupili prve akcije.
And we have many good and long-term shareholders on top of that.
Mnogo shareholdera,
Most of you
to
are
je
in the field
većina
as a
ovih
partner
najuspešnijih koji
in the
kupuju
company
i
or on
akcije
the board.
kompanije.
Together, I guess over 80% of the shares are among friends who love the company.
80% naših shareholdera su naši prijatelji koje vole Zinzino.
How do all the partners who own shares earn their money?
Kako oni zarađuju svoj novac
By the
akcijama?
commission, but also by receiving dividends.
Zarađuju od provizije radeći Zinzino, ali zarađuju i od dividendi, od akcija.
If you own shares, I believe you will care a
Ako
little bit
imate
more about
akcije,
the company.
brinut ćete se više da bolje radite ovaj posao u Zinzinu,
An opportunity
jer
that most
time
direct sales
stvarate i
companies
veću
won't offer.
zaradu u dividendama.
We can all be owners.
Svi možemo
All of
biti
you can be
vlasnici.
my boss. And somebody once said that you should be careful for what you wish for. But I wish all of you to be Zinzino shareholders.
Kažu da treba biti pažljiv sa onim što želiš, ali ja želim da svi iz Zinzina budu vlasnici Zinzina, da postanu vlasnici preko
You don't know
akcije.
what they stand for, their values, hunger, ability, their numbers, what they're here to do and accomplish. But we do. Having our open, transparent, field-friendly owner structure, it is strong, powerful, and unique. And you are the boss. The second thing I want to share
Druga
with
stvar
you
koju
is
želim da
financial
podelim sa
foundation
vama
and
je
control.
financijska
I was a little bit shocked
fondacija i
when
kontrola,
looking at this part. Not for
postavka
our sake,
financijska
but
i
when I
kontrola.
compared us to other companies. This year, we've been paying out dividends for the shareholders for 10 years in a row. So not only
Mi
are we
već
giving you
10
commission,
godina
but you also get
isplaćujemo
paid from the shares you
dividende
hold, which is beautiful.
redovno.
But remember this, you've heard me telling the stories about my daughter Adele, or
Pričao sam
discussions about the
priču o
stock
mojoj
prices going
ćerki
up
Adele.
and down, her bossing me around and saying,
Ona,
Daddy, you're not doing a good job when the stocks goes down.
ona
Then the
me
stocks go up
kritikuje
and
kada
she feels a
primeti
little bit
da
better
akcije
and happier.
padaju, kaže, ne
You
radiš
all
dobro,
know how
tata.
that goes. But I tell her and you the same thing. You shouldn't care too much about the share price.
Ne treba mnogo da brinete
You
o
should care
ceni
about is that
akcije.
you are with a company that is based on a strong foundation.
Važno je da znate da su akcije postavljene na čvrste noge.
Who is growing and scaling the business with the cash we earn that takes care of the customers and everyone and everything else. Without a solid ground to stand on,
Mi smo na čvrstim nogama, čvrsto stojimo na zemlji i sa kešom i kapitalom koji nam pristiže mi možemo da servisiramo sve svoje obaveze.
I will hope they will ride out the storm, but Tupperware is clearly in big trouble, and they needed to insert a huge emission of cash to keep their business running.
Mnogi su u krizi sada i velike količine keš novca su im potrebne da bi opstali. Sad je keš najvažniji.
The number of companies in our space that are not taking care of their finances.
Vrlo sam šokiran brojem kompanija u našoj industriji koje ne vode računa o tome i ne vode računa o financijama. I ulaze u probleme finansijske.
We know how to handle our finances. We have been bold to make acquisitions and mergers
and we keep on. Mi smo bili hrabri da napravimo neke aktivnosti, da ulažemo i imamo siguran položaj, jer da budete na Nasdaq listi vi morate biti potpuno transparentni. Sve mora da se vidi.
Remember that when you sit down with a prospect, this is important whether
Kada
you're
sedite sa nekim vašim potencijalnim partnerom ili klijentom, ovo je vrlo važan podatak, da im date samopouzdanje da ulažu svoj rad, svoje vreme u kompaniju koja je stabilna, koja je sigurna. Da imamo stvari pod svojom kontrolom. Vi ste tu zbog izbora koje smo napravili na početku. Brinemo o kompaniji, brinemo o jednim drugima. I sve je to jednako važno.
and that I can stand here today and say without a shadow of doubt that we have everything in control.
Možemo da vičemo glasno da sve imamo pod svojom kontrolom, da smo sigurni.
Looking products. But if what goes behind the scenes isn't managed or monitored properly, then you're looking at a house of cards, and that will ruin any company. We all must keep our finances in check, always.
Moramo uvek da vodimo računa o svojim financijama, jedna greška može sve da sruši.
And the decisions we make. The third thing I want to bring up
Treća stvar koju želim da vam pokažem,
I don't want to talk too much about it,
o kojoj ne želim mnogo da govorim, ali mi smo pioniri test-based nutrition.
Back in September last year with the three musketeers, or doctors as they call it, Dr. Colin, Dr. Paul, Dr. Thomas Gundersnet-Vitas, Örjan and myself. We were talking about the future of
doktora, Örjan I ja, smo govorili o našoj budućnosti I budućnosti wellnessa.
When Örjan and I looked at each other, realizing at the same time there are people who care about the future of this as much as we do.
Da postoje ljudi u svetu koji brinu o svom zdravlju I budućnosti koliko I mi.
But I want you to remember that our balance concept is still disruptive thinking.
Sjećate se da naš balans koncept je još uvek nešto što razbija mozgove. Mi smo bar još sljedećih 10 godina u prednosti u odnosu na druge sa ovim pristupom. Kad googlate test-based nutrition, Zinzino će izaći na vrh kao prvi odgovor da I ponuda da uradite test da vidite da li ste zdravi. 50 godina od sada
Zinzino will be a household name and a super strong brand within our space and that space.
Zinzino će biti za 50 godina super ime I super brand za ovakvu vrstu rada. Kultura je četvrta stvar o kojoj govorio.
So I don't have a lot of experience from what it is like in other companies.
Nema mnogo iskustva kako je u drugim kompanijama. Ali mi je rečeno I znam da imamo kulturu specijalnu u Zinzinu. Mi smo jedan tim, to je ono što je posebno. Način kako se povezujemo I radimo zajedno, ujedinjeni, daje mi veliki ponos I daje mi sreću I sigurnost u srcu, znam da smo na pravom putu.
And I think the owner structure is the basic building block here.
Vlasnička struktura je bazični blok, bazična osnova za ovaj posao I za ovu kulturu.
Everything would be different then, and we'd make entirely different choices. This company is driven by the field, and with the field, growth and sales comes first.
Vodi idejom da rast I prodaja su na prvom mjestu. I uspeh koji vi treba da napravite je na prvom mjestu. I moramo da svi naši departmenti I sva naša odeljenja rade zajedno.
IT and tech, business development must work seamlessly with the field. The culture we have is something that we need to protect and be proud of and share with as many as we can. Remember, this is even more important for those who are new in this business and might not see the value of belonging to a community like
Oni koji su novi u ovom poslu možda ne mogu da vide koliko je važna pripadnost ovom nekom zajedničkom timu. Peta stvar su vrednosti. One uvijek dolaze prvi.
As you know,
Prvo vrednosti, pa onda
every time we are hiring
veštine.
someone into the company, we're looking for the person's values above all.
Tražimo ličnu vrednost iznad svega.
They shape who you are, what you stand for, and you can't
Ko
change
ste,
them as a grown-up.
zašta ste, iza čega stojite.
Or you don't. Then the next
Ali nešto
is the
prihvatate
ability to
ili ne.
grow, learn, develop and change.
Sledeće je
Having a growth
prilika za
mindset
rast,
is extremely
učenje,
important in our line to work,
napredovanje.
and that needs to resonate with everyone working with us.
I to sve mora da
We
rezonuje
live in
sa
a
svima
world that
nama
is
koji
constantly
radimo ovde u
noisy.
kompaniji.
We've been through a pandemic and we're dealing with a
Prošli
war
smo
that is still
pandemiju,
happening. There will always be hard
izneli
times,
smo
obstacles, and
sva ta
things to
teška
handle.
vremena,
So the values and your ability to grow really are key.
jer
I'm so
vrednost
proud of us
je
in the
u
team
rastu
and
i napredovanju
company
vašem.
how
To
we
je
work
ključ
together as one team
uspeha.
and our willingness to always improve ourselves.
Utišajte mikrofone.
Kaizen is literally written on our
Svetlana.
I'm also proud of our values and what we stand for. Like together we are stronger and
Ponosan sam
continuously
i
improve.
zbog naših
Work very
vrednosti
closely with
za
the
čega mi
founders,
stojimo.
and they are always willing to change for the better.
I uvek želimo da se menjamo na bolje.
That is a foundation, and the same for personal growth and for us as a company. We
To
could
je
all
isto i
smile when
odnosi
we
se
think
i na
back on the moment
pojedince
where
i
Ariel
na
presented
kompaniju
his vision
sveukupno.
for exponential growth 12 years ago.
Pre 12
Going
godina
from 6-7
Oren
million
je
euros in annual
pričao
sales
o
in
eksponencijalnom
2011 to
rastu
maybe
sa 6-7
160 million
miliona,
euros this year.
možda da
This
ćemo imati
exponential
160 miliona
And at
za
Hilda and
10
Ariel,
godina i
our
to se
hunger for
dešava.
more is no doubt. I
Ali
am
oni
hungry
su
for
i
more,
dalje
and
gladni
we
za
as a
više.
team are
I to
hungry
nema
for more.
sumnje
So,
da će
all in
želeti
all,
više i voditi nas
this
na
was
tom.
my way of sharing with you that we've
Ovo je
got
bio
this.
moj
The
način
owner structure, the
da
financial control,
podelim s
test-based
vama
attention, strong
vlasništvo,
culture,
financije,
values that we live through
dividende,
every day
test-based
makes
kulturu
us
i
unique
vrednosti.
and special
To
in
su
my
one
eyes.
jedinstvene
We're
i
on track
posebne,
in every single area
posebne
that
stvari
matters to
koje su
keep
važne u
Zinzino as
svakom
a solid,
našem delu
sustainable
posla.
partner to grow and change with.
Cilj nam je
Now
da ostanemo
and in
stabilni,
the
da
future.
partneri
Thank you.
rastu i danas i u budućnosti.
It was
Hvala.
September 2016. It was my first annual event in Sweden.
Prvi
Somewhere
događaj.
up there, road 1520, and I never would have thought that one sentence can change my whole life.
Nisam verovala da će jedna rečenica da promeni moj ceo život.
And she asked, who would
Videla sam Hilde
if anything is possible?
i ona je pitala
It was the first time when
da li je
someone
nešto,
question
šta bi ti žela da budeš. Aj malo ti da uvati me kašalj, malo da obarim.
my
Nastavi.
dreams. So I started writing, and
Počela
I
sam da
came to a
pišem.
decision that how I got inspired today, I will inspire people.
Kako
And
da
I
inspirišem
started thinking
Počela sam
about
da razmišljam o tome
what do I really want,
šta ja zaista želim,
what kind of person I want to
kakva
become.
osoba želim da postanem.
Because you will get success of the person you become.
Imaćeš
And what
uspeh
you become is more
onoga
valuable
kakva
of
osoba
what you get.
postaneš. A postaćeš
And
osoba zbog onoga što
Thought
postigneš.
about the moment I was in Globen, I thought about Hilda's speech.
I onda
And then
sam
I
u jednom
started
trenutku
writing down.
razmišljala o razgovoru sa Hilde.
What do I like?
Šta želim
and what do I don't like?
i šta ne želim.
What are my best qualities?
Šta su moje
What can I
najbolji
do really
kvaliteti
best? And what I can improve?
I šta mogu da uradim i da
And I
dokažem.
realized that I'm really good with numbers.
I shvatila sam da sam jako dobra sa
But I was
brojevima.
so focused on being like my sponsor that I've never thought about the qualities I had.
I da moj
And now,
sponsor
I
nije
will not recommend
video
you
moje
to learn the whole
kvalitete.
compensation plan because there are just some bunch of crazy people like Peter Dimore and me who loves to do that.
I gledala sam kompenzacioni plan i voljela sam brojeve i to mi je sve bilo mnogo jasno. I tek onda je moj posao počeo zaista da raste. Ali ne samo zbog brojeva.
The habits you need to have. You can't succeed in that business when you have a bad mindset, when you don't have a routine, when you don't know exactly what kind of person you want to become. I know you heard that a lot in those speeches.
Vi ste sigurno više puta čuli ovo, ali to je istina da vi ne znate kako ćete osoba u stvari postati na ovom putu.
It's not Zinzino, it's not the products.
Nije u pitanju Zinzino, nije produkt, odnosno proizvod, nego ja. Bitno je da ja nešto moram da promenim, da krenem da držim prezentacije, da držim treninge. Znači nije u pitanju tim, nego su u pitanju tim. Imam puno primjera kada pričam sa ljudima.
But when I ask that person the question, how you want to achieve
Ali kad pitam osobu kako želiš da čovek kaže želim da postanem kluna, ali ja ga pitam kako želiš da postaneš kluna, a on kaže ja to ne znam. Ti moraš tačno da znaš šta trebaš da radiš i da razvijaš u sebi da bi mogo da rasteš.
You do things which is killing your business.
Kad razmišljaš o tome da nisi uspešan, to je prvi korak do ubijanja tvog posla.
Maybe someone put a team under that person. Or you blame your sponsor that the sponsor is not good enough. But it's basically you, it's not anybody else.
Ili možda nije zadovoljan sa vama, ali opet ponavljam, nije u pitanju to, nego su u pitanju vi. Ovo je Sven Goldel, koji je ambasador, jedan od kreatora Hans & Heidi proizvoda.
Of what we should believe a person should have as their traits. And that's a lot of stuff. I must admit, that's a lot of stuff.
Ovde je popis kakva osoba u stvari mi treba da postanemo i kakve osobe treba da tražimo i da želimo u našem timu uopšte. Ambiciozne, karizmatične, poverljive, empatike, kolaborative, znači da sarađuju, da budu orijentisane za postizanje cilja, da imaju pasione, da budu samo motivisani. Takve osobe nam trebaju i takve osobe trebate i vi da budete. Takve osobe trebate i vi da budete. Regrutovanje je proces. Nije događaj, nego je proces.
30 seconds, the quickest answer would be how to attract the best people. Become one first, right? If we grow into this,
kako ćete da privučete osobu za 30 sekundi, to treba da naučite.
See this list here, I can go back now, thanks Lars. Whenever we see this list, let's tick it off for ourselves.
Kad pogledate ovu listu, primenite je na sebe. I trudite se da budete uspešni u svom poslu. Sve u pitanju je energija. Budite tako snažni, tako jaki.
I don't really understand what they are talking about, but I think I can't miss out on that one. And this is actually what happened to me back in 1993. I was 1 year in network marketing.
93. godine sam bio godinu dana već u network marketingu.
to make my appointments. He had a meeting room and I used the table and it was fantastic. So I invited my contacts into this, I was a student at this time, into his office. And usually had young guys like myself there, but that one day, I really had a businessman. He was in his 40s, had a great network, and I was so excited. He was kind of my chicken list, you know
Da upoznao jednu osobu i krenuo posao i kaže bio sam jako uzbuđen zbog toga.
And I was preparing myself. That's what I gave my
Malo se slabije on čuje, odjektuje.
I doing super strong and super professional, got to excite him and all these things. And I practiced and I thought what I'm going to say and I hope I don't forget anything.
Trebao sam da imam jedan susret s jednom važnom osobom i onda sam razmišljala o tome kako treba da se postavim, što treba da kažem, kakvu prezentaciju treba da održim. Bio sam vrlo uzbuđen. I otprilike pričali smo 4 sata. On je sve vreme stajao samo ovako. I onda sam pomislio, možda treba da prestanem da pričam posle 4 sata. I onda sam prestao da pričam. I on me i dalje samo ovako gleda. Onda sam pitao, pa dobro, imaš nekih pitanja? Mladi čoveče, rekao je on. Već kad je rekao mladi čoveče, ja sam znao da sam uprskao star. Mladiću, rekao mi je. Čuo sam se što si rekao, ali... A, imao si dobru prezentaciju. Nisam mnogo toga razumeo od svega ovoga što si mi ispričao, ali sam video tvoje uzbuđenje, tvoju energiju, tvoju želju. I to je u stvari ono što me je privuklo. Ovo je Kerstin Ohman, ambasador. Prvo i osnovno je da volite i ljubav, da volite ljude. Treba da ih ohrabrimo, ljude da ohrabrimo, da se povezuju i da ih ljudi mogu da učine predivne stvari kada su povezani i kada isplivaju na površinu. Mi imamo kulturu i san i sanjamo taj san svi zajedno. I tada ste blizu misije. Čuli ste malo pre Nataliju i Patrika. Učili su divne stvari. Oni su sa svojim stvarima koje su učinili, koje rade, nezaustavljivi.
Evo nam ga i investigator, istražitelj, skriveni tajni agent.
And we're going to ask him some questions about what would he have done if he was getting started in Zinzino today? What would he do if he was in Zinzino today? So follow with me here.
Krenuo u Zinzino danas. Pođite sa mnom, pratite me.
Like, come here with me. We're gonna find him.
Sa mnom, pronaći ćemo ga, tu je negde u ovoj kući. Mislim da sedi u svojoj bašti, u hoteli.
Really, truly amazing. But the questions that we would be asking
koje želimo da pitamo
is, what does it really take? What would be the things that he would do if he got a chance to start over, or if he was now at the beginning of June and he was brand new in the company, how would he go ahead and build his business today? So
Kada bi započeo svoj posao danas, dobrodošli, upoznajmo
two-star global president,
dve zvezde globalnog prezidenta u Zinzinu, Orijana.
I was brand new. In fact, even when I'm not brand new and it's
Iako nisam potpuno nov,
I would do the process which we call
ja bih uradio proces koji se zove pipeline metod kroz propuštanja kroz cev. Svoju listu imena bi propustio kroz tu cev. Doveo bi ih u priliku da čuju kratku prezentaciju. Pratio bi ih posle i poslovnom prezentacijom. I onda bih doveo na sastanak, onda ih inspirisao na timske sastanke. I onda bih doveo na događaj. I tako se dešava duplikacija. Svaki put kad imam pad u karijeri, uvek se vratim na početak. Vratim se da počnem da tražim nove ljude. Gradim bolje odnose sa ljudima koje imam. Sedim s njima na prvom, drugom, trećem sastanku. Da me upoznaju, da me zavole, da me poveruju. Da stigne novi partner, stiže i nova energija u kompaniju, stiže nova energija u posao. I onda si ti u plamenu, goriš, jer znaš da si na dobrom putu.
Then the team is growing and you have new hope. You have new inspiration.
Imaš novu inspiraciju, novu nadu kada tvoj tim raste dolaskom novih ljudi. To bih ja uradio početkom juna. Odmah razgovarajte s novim ljudima, napravite sastanke, organizujte se. Bio bih ushićen kada bih imao 3-4 nova saradnika u junu mesecu. I to bi ja uradio u poslu i pozivam vas da i vi uradite isto. Ovo je sjajno insajdersko saznanje. Da li je stvarno, Orijane, tako jednostavno da sve što radimo je prospecting? Zatim radimo follow-up, da ljudi donesu odluku, pa onda ih kroz sistem propuštanja kroz cevi dovodimo do duplikacije. Imao si neke uspone i padove. Kada si bio na najnižim granama, da li si se tako vratio ponovo u posao?
I just gave you the answer. Come on, give me a break. Do I have to repeat myself?
Zar treba da ponavljam?
You should be nice to people.
Treba da budeš fin sa ljudima, da ne postavljaš takva pitanja.
I've been in this profession now for... I started back when I was 17 years old.
Počeo sam ovaj posao u industriju kada sam imao 17 godina.
So I'm in my 31st year soon. So over 30 years I've been doing this.
Znači, preko 30 godina radim ovo.
I had no
success. Sećam se svoje prvi 4 godine. Stvari nisu išle dobro za mene. Nisam imao listu imena, nisam izgradio sistem kako ću raditi. A onda, posle 4 godine, nisam radio kako treba, ali sam pomalo bio i imao sreće. Postalo mi je jasno mi je postalo da moram da radim nešto što će postati duplikativno, što će moći da se prenosi, da se ponavlja.
I wrote up a brand new name list, was a lot of new
Sa
prospects.
23 godine tek sam napisao potpuno novu listu imena i počeo da radim po sistemu kako treba.
Having one line, two lines, and three lines.
Imao sam 1, 2 i 3 linije.
And in the next 2.5 years,
Sledeće 2,5 godine
my income grew from being at the 10, 15K a month to the 50 to the 100K a month.
Zarada je sa 10-15 hiljada mesečno rasla na 50 i 100 hiljada mesečno.
That when you build prospects,
I zaista je tako jednostavno. Kad gradiš prospekta novog saradnika,
on your name list, and you contact them, and you create that know, like, and trust through the series of presentations that you do, and they
serijom sastanaka
I
i
want to do the business with you.
prezentacija, pokaži mu da želiš da radiš sa njim.
It creates a structure of education, it creates a structure of duplication.
Kreira i strukturu edukacije i duplikacije za partnera.
And the business presentations as well as the major events for duplication. And the business
I glavne događaje takođe da budu duplikativni.
Because I did have some setbacks after that. And every time I've had a setback,
imao sam nekoliko zastoja od tada.
Every time I feel like the team isn't growing the way I want it to grow.
Kada sam osetio da tim ne raste kako sam ja želeo,
I'm developing in a business the way I should. I always go back to step
uvek
number
sam
one.
se vraćao na tačku broj 1, na početak.
I develop contacts, so
lista imena, kontakti, pozivi, sastanci, edukacija, duplikacija.
There is a smile on my face. I'm back to
I uvek
doing
je osmeh na mom licu.
By the time you have 2, 3, 4, 5, a new line is developing and the team is growing like crazy. So this has worked for me for 31 years.
To je meni pomagalo i radilo 31 godinu da se razviju jedna, druga, treća, četvrta linija koja raste.
Yes, it does work. And to every one of you, yes, it does work. So let's take that action now on the 1st of June.
Preduzmite akciju odmah sada u junu.
Contacts, 10 new people.
Kreirajte nove kontakte, nove ljude.
Get them into the pipeline of presentation so that you can experience the success that the people that came before you have had, that your upline have had, that your upline's upline have had. And then you can teach that to the people that is enrolled into your team so that they can have the same kind of success.
Uči od onih iznad tebe i prenesi to znanje ljudima ispod da i oni to mogu da prenose dalje.
That the leaders have done before you, you become one of them and you will have an amazing
Radi ono što su radili lideri pre tebe i ti ćeš postati jedan od njih.
Now let's find out where Carla is.
So we're here at the marketing department. And
Sada
there's a lot
smo u
of fun things
marketing
going on here because
departmentu, Karla
here's where they
Wolf nam
create all of those tools that we're using as
Vratite pažnju, bit će pitanje posle.
So it's actually quite a big area here,
Ovo
but
je
here's
direktorka marketinga koju smo upoznali u Stokholmu.
all these tools. Can you tell me what you're working
Čemu
on?
služe svi ovi
By the way, what a surprise, but you know what? No, I cannot.
Naravno
Because,
da
you know,
ne mogu ti reći šta
no,
je
we
to,
will
to
have
su
an
sve tajni alati.
amazing summer coming up because we have 1 million tests.
Imamo leto koje nam dolazi koje će biti sjajno, jer ćemo imati milion urađenih testova.
The rest of the partners. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, come on. Jessica, you're going to tell me something
Jessica,
about the
da li
things
ćeš
that
ti
you're
bar
working
nešto
on
da
for
nam
new
otkriješ?
tools for us partners?
My lips are sealed, sorry.
Okay, that's right though. Yes, although I know that whatever you're working on, we're going to be working at creating that 1 million customers by 2025.
Definitely.
Je da imamo milion kupaca do 2025. godine. To nam je cilj.
Yay, okay. Exciting here at this department.
Vrlo je
So we're going to
uzbudljivo
go into
ovde.
some more videos
Idemo
from some of
na
our
još neka
inspiring
videa
leaders.
naših lidera. Ovo je Attila Balaš,
Elite president, I think.
elit prezident
Your job
Mađarske.
is
hogy hozzatok létre egy olyan közösséget,
build a community,
Mi smo
ahol
zajednica
mindnyájan megadjátok mindezt az embereiteknek.
where you give all these things to your people.
Ne azért dolgozzatok, hogy ti sikeresek legyetek.
Don't work for your own success.
Ne radite za svoj sopstveni uspeh, važno je šta dajete svojim ljudima.
Work for the success of your partners.
Radite za uspeh vaših partnera.
All your partners reached success.
I vaši partneri da dostignu uspeh.
Your success will come along.
I vaš uspeh će doći usput.
Ebben a közösségben nektek szükségetek lesz olyan vásárlókra,
in this community you will need customers,
akik életük
végéig u ovoj zajednici trebat će vam kupci
commit themselves lifelong,
da se posvete tome za ceo život,
and who have subscribed
koji
themselves,
su
and you
na
also need
pretplati,
customers
akik használják a Zinzino for free,
who use Zinzino for free.
da koriste Zinzino for free.
You also need partners,
akik beregisztrálnak,
trebat će vam partneri,
role.
Nem biztos, hogy még tudják, hogy mit akarnak.
It is not for sure that they know what they want to do.
oni neće biti sigurni šta žele da urade na početku.
And also support.
Képzést kell adni.
They need training.
Njima je potreban trening.
And you don't have to leave anybody behind.
I nemojte ostavljati nikoga iza sebe.
You have a responsibility for each and every person.
Imate odgovornost za svaku takvu osobu
who you register.
koju ste registrovali. Svetlana posle isključi snimanje kad on završi i uključi ponovo, molim.
Customer or a partner.
Szükségetek van olyan partnerekre,
You also need partners,
akik lehet, hogy nem regisztrálnak partnereket,
maybe they don't register partners,
de rengeteg vásárlót hoznak.
but they bring a lot of customers.
Poštujte i ljude koji nisu registrovani partneri, a dovode vam preporuke, dovode vam nove ljude.
És hát azt javaslom, legyen minél több olyan partneretek,
I suggest to have more and more partners
Preporučujem da imate što više partnera.
who bring on a weekly basis 2 new partners.
Na nedeljnom nivou da dovodite 2 nova
Make
partnera.
a decision as soon as you can.
köteleződjetek el az Zinzino mellett,
Commit yourself with Zinzino.
Posvetite se ovom poslu, počnite da radite što pre.
amit most elmondtam,
That I have described you.
és jövőre
And next year,
mindjárt elit prezidentek lesztek.
you all will be elite presidents.
Uradite ovo što vam ja govorim sada i sledeće